The simplest answer to what is Cortex is, we move documents, invoices, purchase orders, receipts between companies, like say Bechtel and Exxon, right? And traditionally that has been a job of, Canada Post, US Post, English Post is moving that type of commerce around in a paper-based world. So the world sort of evolved and become electronic, it's one of the areas of the world that has actually lagged behind. A lot of our industry research would say that there's about 13 billion invoices in the United States shipped every year. 86% of them are paper-based, right? When we in our personal lives wouldn't, I can't remember the last time I had a paper-based check or, moved things around on paper, did any of my banking that way, or even went to Home Depot. That's normal everyday business for corporations in the United States, right? So what we do is we automate that process, and why that's good for the buying organizations is very quick, it's quicker, more efficient. They can capture early paid discounts, they can reduce their administrative costs and stay more competitive. Why it's good for the suppliers out there that are providing the services, they actually improve their working capital. They reduce their administrative costs, and they're not chasing, the checks. They're focused on providing the service, right? So it's actually provides good value for both sets of our customers out there. The way we continue the growth that we've shown in the last 3 years of typically 30 to 40% a year is just continue to drive sales in the United States. There's a vast market of about 220, 250,000 companies in the oil and gas sector alone, because it's a continental play and that are underserved. So we just continue to drive down there. We're at the, really at the early entry stage. We have about 5,000 customers in the United States. So we're just going to continue to grow our business along that industry vertical, and that's going to take us into a continental-wide play. The potential for growth in other industries, particularly related to oil and gas, is great. A lot of oil and gas have crossover suppliers with construction and utilities, and they're also very invoice-rich environments, so we see ourselves expanding into those industry verticals. And also that just reinforces the idea of having a national sort of footprint in the United States. I think the thing that's, that's most exciting about leading the company going forward over the next 5 years is just seeing the evolution of our vision of the company into more of a social network, social network, business network sort of environment starting to evolve, and seeing our customers expand the network on its own accord. We've given them the capability in the last 9-10 months to actually create their own customers and their own suppliers in the network and propagate the network themselves. We're in the early days of that catching wind, but we already see them taking the first steps to drive that kind of growth, and seeing that over the next 5 years transform in being part of our sales activity to being driving all our sales going forward. And that's, to some extent, that's how we're going to capture the North American market.